No, I hear it. Or do you mean it's not working in? Hey, Steve's mic is not working, apparently. Hey, is it
No,
working?
it's not working yet. It's working
It's
now.
still not
Okay.
working. There
So
he
I just
is.
upgraded to Windows 11. I don't know why my computer kept pressuring me to do it, and now I have to remap everything. So, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to Cool Nerd Show, episode 12.
Hey, Dev, thanks for it's your one again. I don't know. I guess my the sub alerts are broken again. Sorry about that. Unless it's just really very delayed and it's gonna happen in a minute.
Caulifla, you. I'm doing good. How are you? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Today, we are going to answer some questions, talk about some video game stuff. Between me and Scott, we have some mailbag questions that we're going to answer. And we'll also talk about all the news that happened this week in video game lore. Thor got a new trailer. Talk about what we're playing, what we're watching, and all that jazz. So to start off, Scott, how was your weekend? I caught him I caught him mid sip.
What a waiter move. Well, how's your food? It's great. Thank you very much. It's good. We went out. I saw you this weekend in person.
Yes, that's true. We went out to go see a band called 90s Night, which they play 90s music, if you couldn't have guessed.
Yeah. Also, one of us, I'm going to let you guys figure it out, got very, very drunk on a bunch of different things.
You weren't very, very drunk? That was just me?
Yep. Well, I was a little drunk, but I mean, I'm 280 pounds and it takes me a very long time to get drunk. I've come from a long lineage of alcoholics too.
I woke up still drunk on Easter.
You had one of everything.
I did, which was very dangerous. My bar tab, which was me and Pete, was $140.
Devin said he still can't hear you. Let me see if I can.
Well, Caulifla, it might be on your stream then, because I have someone who's watching me who answered me. So
It might. Yeah, I can't hear you.
it's got to be your stream.
Mine and Devin's.
Devin's watching on your stream.
Oh, maybe my desktop?
Tell Devin to come
No.
over to my Twitch and see if he can hear me.
Oh, it might be my stream. Hold on.
Anyway, so yeah, I wound up getting really, really drunk. Well, I'll tell you this while Scott figures all this shit out. And I drank way more than I should. I started the night off with tequila shots because I saw my friend who I hadn't seen in a while, who is now married and is expecting a child. So that's how I started the night off, and then I proceeded to drink different drinks with every one of my drink orders, and my bar tab was rung up to about $140 between me and one other person. And I don't know how I drank that much, but I guess I did. Scott, did you figure it out yet?
Wait a minute. Say something?
Saying something.
Okay. Doesn't look like. Might be a Discord thing. Hold on. I think I might have gotten it. This is fun.
Yeah, because I'm
and
seeing my levels come
exhilarating.
through in Discord.
Let's see. Always fun to do this on the fly. Shit. I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't know either. I mean, we can keep going, but
Yeah, it's fine. It's just my stream is going to be one
yeah,
sided.
your stream's just gonna be one-sided. Everyone's only gonna be able to hear what you're saying.
All right. Well, I'll try to play with it.
Good thing I upload the podcast to the podcast titles. Anyway.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Can you see me come through on your desktop audio when I'm talking?
I separate Discord out.
Okay, never mind then. All right, I guess we could start the show then. So yeah,
Yeah.
long story short, we got pretty drunk. I got very drunk. I don't want to do that again for a while.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen because I have weddings. So
that was something.
I didn't make an ass of myself, did I?
No, I called it. And I
Ah,
was like, hey, maybe don't drink one of everything. You're
well,
gonna be very hungover.
yeah, I was. I woke up still drunk the next day on Easter morning. Anyway, if you haven't already, join the Cool Nerd Nation Discord. There you can submit your questions for when we're gonna start to try and do like a weekly theme show to just kind of stay consistent. We're still kind of figuring that out. But this week we're doing some mailbag questions where we're going to answer 4 questions, kind of go like a little bit more in depth and like dissect them a little bit. That'll be the back half of the show after we're done with what we're playing and the news. But you can go into our Discord channel. It's in all of our descriptions, wherever you're watching or listening. And there you could submit your questions for the next time we do a mailbag. You can also catch us live on Twitch and YouTube. My stream is twitch.tv/Tresnator. Scott's is twitch.tv/thickflare 4Cs. Search that also on YouTube will come up. And then we're also on all the podcast apps. So if you're listening, thank you.
I fixed it temporarily. I have a workaround. I just took away the individual Discord channel.
Okay.
So now you're just coming through my desktop. So
Great.
I will fix that later.
It's so weird how I experienced some issues today as well as like we both we both experienced issues just randomly. Let's get into what we're playing / what we're watching. Also I added what we're watching because sometimes we might not be playing that much. So Scott, we'll start with you. What were you playing / watching this past week?
I was just watching. Good thing you added the watching. I watched.
I did that for you.
Batman. Yeah. I watched the Batman.
And we decided we're going to talk about it after I watch it. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but I'll probably do it this weekend. But like a quick spoiler-free your impressions of it. What did you think?
I'm a DC fan, but that's just it's something we've seen already. Just nothing new, very safe. Trying to recapture what Nolan did. Also, I don't know. You might like it more than me. I'm a little biased because I couldn't help myself but think during the whole thing, like, this should have been Ben's. That's what it should have been a Batfleck movie, and then things happened and it wasn't. So
yeah, I mean, I've been
a little jaded
saying since day one that that I just think that it's, I don't know, it looks like what we've seen before. So
yep, you're right.
Yeah, and everyone like was head over heels when fucking they saw that trailer and Robert Pattinson punched the guy like 20 times while like holding his hand, and I was like, this looks like shit. I don't understand why everyone likes this, and I don't know. And from what I've heard from you, it's exactly what I was expecting. And like, I'm not expecting it to be bad, but I'm just not expecting to be blown away, and I'm not expecting it to be anything like great. I'm just expecting it to be like, it's a movie. So
it's okay. Yeah.
I'll watch it this weekend.
Yeah, I didn't go in with crazy high hopes, but it was just like it was there. It wasn't overtly offensive. Like worst of all time.
Yeah.
I honestly think it probably beats out a bunch of what DC has out already. But as it's just like you shot for shot sometimes. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I sent you a couple of screenshots. It was like a shot ripped out of BVS, and then there's a bunch of shots ripped out of Dark Knight. Like, you've seen it in the trailer, but the tunnel shot where he's like running up in the dark tunnel and all that's lighting the tunnel is the muzzle flashes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just getting closer to the bad guy. It's like, that's straight out of, I think it was Dark Knight or Batman Begins had that exact same scene.
I think Batman Begins did, because he was more of like, he used a lot more stealth in Batman Begins than he did
Yeah,
in The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight was just kind of focused on like the Joker,
yeah,
which don't get me wrong,
yeah.
that movie's fantastic. But yeah,
None of aside from
was it
BBS,
better
no
than
Batman
Rises?
has. Um.
Because I think Rises is a bad movie.
So, I mean, if you're gonna talk about like plot holes and stuff, no,
Okay,
but it's probably on the same level. Like the story is just it folds back over on itself again, and for a detective, he's just like not like he figures shit out really quick, but he doesn't get to the point. Like he'll figure the riddles out in like 2 seconds, but just can't figure out who the Riddler is.
gotcha.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. We'll talk about it when you see it.
Okay, did you catch Moon Knight this week?
Is that yeah? I think the one where he moves the sky to
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we'll be doing a spoiler cast of Moon Knight once that's done. I think it's
yeah,
halfway through. Um,
yeah,
I watched Moon Knight. I thought it was good. I think the first episode so far was the best, and I think it's because there was
yeah.
that like mystery behind it. Um,
It does seem very samey going through
yeah,
episodes 2 and 3.
it's not getting worse. I will say that, but it's not. It's kind of like flatlined. It's kind of just like this is
Yeah,
good. This is good. I am enjoying it though.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
like the whole idea of like you need to go like because the Earth is not stagnant or static in space.
mhm,
So if you need to go look at the sky at the time that it was taken,
yeah,
aside to I mean, not to sound like a homer here,
no
but
spoilers.
that's no. That's the same concept for Barry Allen jumping in time in the Nightmare
Yeah,
timeline.
yeah.
Because Cyborg was like, okay, we have two possible times to jump through. Because if you jump back in time at the wrong time, you're just going to be in space. So he's like, all right. And Batman was like, what time did you send him back to the lab? What time would you send him back to? And he was like, this one. He goes, all right, do the other one. Because you obviously sent him back to that time already and it didn't work. So send him to the other one. So
Okay.
that's just like a cool concept of time travel that a lot of people don't take into account.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I've never really thought about it until like either of these came out too.
Right? Yeah, you go back in time, you're just like float in
Um,
space, the Earth is just over there.
I want to thank you again for purchasing WWE 2K22 for me because I have not been able to stop playing it.
You play it way more than I do.
I bought the season pass. I'm I'm hell bent on recreating my childhood by recreating this whole universe of the Attitude Era, which I'm going to do and I'm in the process of doing, and then just playing through it and just like kicking out all of the newer talent and just recreating the whole Attitude Era. So that's what I've been doing with it.
They should just make millennial versions of the game where it's just the old characters and that's
I
it.
mean, that's what I'm doing. It's fucking fantastic. I'm having a great time. I'm having a blast. So thank you, Scott, because it's
You're
also
welcome.
swallowing my time. Because now, like every free moment that I get, I'm like, oh, okay. WWE
Just jump on it,
yeah.
master too. I floated the suggestion out there via text this afternoon that I want to do a Marvel versus DC Create a Wrestler tournament to mix our worlds together for shits and giggles.
Now, I'm not a huge non-wrestler CAW stands for Creator Wrestler person when it comes to wrestling games. I don't know why. I've always seen like the downloadable
Like a
calls
purist.
like, and I'm just like, no, like why would they be here? But I understand a
Yeah.
lot of people like that, so I'm willing to do it. But I just want to make my feelings known that like I'm like, no, these should be wrestlers, not superheroes.
Well, they'll be downloaded on mine, and you could just
That's
stream
true.
it
Yeah.
and stream into mine.
We're
so you don't have to
also
you don't have to pollute your talent roster.
we're
with
also doing the My
non-creators.
GM mode
Yes, tomorrow
tomorrow. We'll be streaming that. And
we booking up to Payback.
yeah,
Listen,
and now I think I'm a little bit I understand it a little bit more. I kind of went in blind yesterday. You beat me barely. You're like you have a little bit more
Aren't there
Fans,
like
you have a lot more
20,000
money because
fans?
I'm blowing my cash, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
try
a
to make a
sprint.
comeback
I mean,
next.
it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
I'm gonna try and make my comeback tomorrow. Devin said Steve make bone saw. I don't want to make bone saw. Bone saw is ready.
I'm sure he's already there. You can just
Of
download him.
course he's there. I was supposed to beat Arkham Asylum last night, but I had another migraine.
Same.
And I streamed for like literally 40 seconds. And like as soon as I hit like go live, it was like like the ocular whatever distortion.
The aura.
Yeah, aura showed up, and I was like, well, I can't do this, and then I just got off. But I think I have one more stream of Arkham Asylum, and then I should be completing that. And then
I got one. So
go ahead.
yesterday was the first day I needed to go into the office. Like needed for the full day in
Oof.
2 years because it was like the end of tax day. And I wake up and I look at my alarm goes off and I look at the word snooze on my phone and it just says like sniz, like there's just the whole middle of it's gone. And I'm like, it must be because I just woke up. So I hit snooze and then I look and I go to open up my mail app and it just says ML. And I'm like, that's not right. And then I look up in the dark room and I see like the flash, like the aura. And I'm like, are you it's going to seem like such a cop out to be like, I just don't want to go into the office.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I promise you. And it happened back to back. So the visual stuff went away. And then it came back like 30 minutes later in the other eye.
Oh, that's so weird that I've never woken up with it.
It either happens right in the morning or right at night.
Okay. Wow. Yeah,
So,
no.
but
I only get it after I work out.
I clench my jaw at night. I have bad TMJ.
That could definitely be why. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were probably clenching your jaw doing all them weights.
That's a possibility, but I used to lift heavy. I've been lifting heavy for years, and
yeah, but
it
could just happen. It just doesn't happen. Like migraines are like unknown things in the medical field. They're just like I have no idea what causes them, no idea what happened. They just know that like stuff can alleviate them.
Yeah,
there is like a migraine of like they're called like abortive therapy where you start to get the symptoms and you just take it and it goes away.
You take what?
It's a pill. You can go get it prescribed.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
I just haven't gone to the doctor because I hate doctors, except for my brother.
You sound like an anti-vaxxer.
No, I'm not that I don't trust them. I just have health anxiety out the butthole. Which leads to the clenched jaw, which leads to the migraine, which leads to health anxiety. So it's a vicious circle.
So
welcome to medical talk with the cool nerds.
I think I'm just dehydrated or I'm not eating enough because usually on Sundays I meal prep. And then that's like my lunch and dinner for the whole week. And I've just been so busy these past few weeks with like weddings and then Easter and then like going away and shit like that I haven't had really the chance to meal prep. And I think that's why I'm getting them. So I made sure I ate more today and I made sure I like drank a shit ton. And I didn't get it after the gym, but I also didn't go as hard as I did yesterday. So
also can't hurt to just try a mouth guard for the next couple of days.
That's true. Really I have to buy one though.
Yeah, you get them cheap on Amazon and you just put them in hot water and then like mold them to your teeth. Yeah. Not that it doesn't have to be like sports grade, just something to keep your teeth from touching.
With that, let's get into the news and then we'll get into our topics. So there was a Thor Love and Thunder trailer that was released. And for those who don't know, Scott just absolutely loves Thor Ragnarok.
It's my favorite.
I'm being sarcastic. I've
softened a bit on the MCU, but it's the Guardians and the way they are handling Thor are just from the deepest part of my soul, I just don't like it. I don't know, it just doesn't hit me. It's not for me. But I've softened a lot on the other sides of the MCU. From what I used to be.
My girlfriend Alexa's favorite movie of all time is Thor Ragnarok.
Of all time.
I think so.
Not just out of all
favorite
movies.
Movie. Yeah. She's a very big Taika Waititi fan. So, um,
I'm like the opposite of that.
he has some other good movies too.
Hey, Jojo Rabbit was good.
Yeah, and What We Do in the Shadows is a good movie also, and a good
Yeah.
television show. Um, but I thought the trailer looked good. I mean, from like a Marvel fan and someone who likes Thor Ragnarok, I don't mind the Guardians showing up and all the crossovers. Like I like the crossovers. I know you're getting kind of stale on them, but like that's kind of
I
how
don't
it
think they need to
works
be
in
in every
comics.
every single one now. Like,
Eh,
just give somebody
why
their
not?
own movie.
But like,
I, it it just feels like it's because that's what they do now,
but in
not
a
because it's
okay,
like serves a.
but in a world where there's all these superheroes and there's like this big threat that comes up, wouldn't you kind of be like, hey, give me a hand?
But like, if you're gonna like harp on the whole like, oh well, this big threat is over. We're all going our separate ways at the end of Endgame, and it's like, except for everybody else. Like I get, I get Doctor Strange trying to grab Wanda, but
Doctor
like,
Strange
it
also
doesn't need to.
lives in New York, so like that makes sense for Spider-Man.
Well, you know my opinion on Spider-Man, that movie was written around this one scene and they had to make a movie about it because there's so many plot holes in that movie just because they wanted to see three Spider-Men together. But I'll even give you that. Even though the reason why he went to Doctor Strange was fucking stupid. Oh, my friends didn't get into college. Like, boo-hoo, let me ruin the world. But like, Thor's like, I want to go on this journey. Oh, here's the Guardians. Like, Thor's been trying to find himself for 11 fucking years. He just hasn't had a chance to have like proper character development because he's second fiddle in all of his movies. Like, it's him and Hulk, and now it's him and the Guardians. It's like, let him just do the
Not
thing.
his not his first two movies.
Yeah, and the first one was great.
Eh, it's okay.
I
The
like
second one's
Kenneth
bad.
Branagh's. Yeah, I haven't
Um,
seen it in a while, but I'd have to rewatch it.
I had a point that I was going to make, and I can't remember what it was now.
But yeah, that trailer is quite literally, it ran
Oh,
down the checklist of everything I hated. It even had that like awkward moment where it's like, oh, dialogue, 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 music drops out,
joke.
awkward silence, joke, and then it had Chris Pratt in it, and I'm like, oh my god, they want. Is there a way I could? What's the opposite of buying a ticket? Could I like take money away? Is there a way I could do that? Because that's what I'll do. I'll buy a negative ticket.
Yeah, I was watching it and I was like, "Oh, Scott's gonna hate this." As I'm watching it, and then I messaged Scott. I was like, "So, how much do you hate the Thor trailer?"
Yeah, I mean, he knows me. He knows me. It's like we've known each other for 30 years.
um,
Dev said he has no interest in Thor 4.
I mean, I think it looks fantastic.
Waiting on a
I can't
Hulk
wait.
2. Yeah, like I think they need to go ahead and try to make a Hulk
Universal will
movie.
never give up the rights,
Yeah, that's true. Man,
and
nothing's
then
gonna be
and
nothing
then
would
they'll
beat
have
the
to
Edward
work
Norton
around it.
one anyway. Because I don't think the Ruffalo Hulk can't carry his own movie. I don't think.
I think he can if you give him a chance. Mark Ruffalo's a good actor.
Yeah, but the Hulk what they've done to Hulk over the years doesn't like they need some serious rehab for that character because he's a fucking goof. He's a goober, and he's supposed to be like one of the strongest beings in existence.
But like, I like him in Ragnarok. I know you don't, but I thought he was fine.
What they do to my boy? You guys look at the Edward Norton one. He's fierce. He's cool. And this the end game. He's dabbing in a diner. It's like, come on. Like, not everybody needs to be the comedic relief, and that's why Love and Thunder bothered me so much. Because like Thor's funny, the Guardians are funny, Korg is funny. Like nobody's relieving anything with comedy if
Well, you
everything
have a
is
comedy director. That's why.
I know, but it does, like you have comedy directors that can do other things. Look at Jordan Peele,
Yeah.
kick ass hard. Like I don't. He's a fucking god, and it's like he's just. It's like a sitcom, and I hate sitcoms. That's probably why I hate it.
I did want to make a point. So, Black Widow didn't have other like established.
I'm talking about their sequels.
Okay. I mean, that's kind
Like
of a sequel.
every, it's her first movie. It's not a sequel.
She's been in like every fucking movie though.
Yeah, she hasn't had a proper story until they told that one. Like fucking 14 years later.
Which a lot of people hated on that movie, but I actually thought it was pretty good. I actually think it's
I
like
got like 20 minutes into it and I
really.
turned it off.
Oh, it gets
Yeah.
real dark. Um, I liked it. Anyway, let's move on. Our next topic: Susan Sarandon to play the Blue Beetle villain instead of Sharon Stone. Because when I think of Susan Sarandon and Sharon Stone, I think comic book villain. What are your
I
thoughts
will
on
be
this?
surprised if this movie sees the light of day.
That's what I've been thinking too.
There is no way that anything that is already there of getting set for release, like, and not like on in the can on film, there's like it's a coin flip to see if it'll even come to fruition.
So not only is she just playing this villain, but this is from IGN. While Stone was said to originally be up for the role, Academy Award winner Susan Sarandon is now seemingly set to star as Victoria Cord, a new character that will serve as the villain in DC's Blue Beetle. Everything that I just said sounds terrible.
Because that's what DC needs,
Yeah.
right? They need to do these small budget D-list heroes and make new characters in them, and that'll really do it. That'll be the success. These motherfuckers couldn't make they didn't get the return on investment from the Batman that they wanted, but they're gonna put out Blue Beetle. Like, what you need to fucking go back to what worked, rather take away critic, reception. The way the DC started was far more profitable than the way where it is now.
So
But all
I'm calling it now because I know you really want the Snyderverse
I want
back,
something different.
and
If
I
it's not
know,
this,
yeah, and I know, with Discovery coming in, everyone's like restore the Snyderverse. I'm calling it right now. They're just gonna burn everything down, and they're gonna build it up and start all over again.
I
That's
mean,
what
they'd
they're
be
gonna
dumb
do.
to do that just because Aquaman made $1 billion. Wonder Woman 1 was great. They're writing Wonder Woman 3. Like, they have these established. They have the Flash. Like, well, for now until
Well,
Ezra Miller gets arrested again.
yeah.
But they
Didn't
have
someone
these
else just get
established.
arrested too? Or
Ezra Miller got arrested again.
yeah, but didn't someone else in the DC like
No. Well,
just
he's
wind
in
up in hot
both.
water or something like that?
He's in both. Barry Kogan. He played the Joker in the Batman, and he played Druig in Eternals.
Okay, for some reason I thought another DC character got like
Well,
another
I
person
mean,
who played a DC character got arrested.
he was the Joker
Yeah.
in the Batman.
Yeah.
But like you have Henry Cavill as Superman. The CEO of Discovery said like he's languished too long and he needs to be
I
revitalized.
did see that.
He's a fucking marketable name, man. He's Geralt. He's in a hit show. He's in a ton of movies now. Like, he's more well known than even when BVS or Justice League came out in 2017. He's a well known guy. So it's like you'd be so dumb. You have it established. You can just massage it into something coherent, and then go from there. Because they're just throwing shit at the wall to see what sticks. And Devin Eds, what's going on with Ezra? He got arrested again today because he was at a party and he threw a
today?
chair at somebody. Yeah.
Again for like
Yep.
oh, I didn't
He
hear
threw a
about
chair at
this.
somebody.
I just found out
Yeah.
that I knew he
Oh,
got
I
arrested
shouldn't
like
say-
a
I should
month
say-
ago or something.
They did. Sorry, I keep messing up the pronouns there. But they got arrested again. They obviously need a lot of help. I could care less about who plays the Flash or, shouting
So-
from the rooftops that they need to recast them. But it's like, get them some help. They're obviously in need of it. I hope the victims are okay. But like,
Are they just
I don't-
a drunk? Like
I think so.
is that
I
what it
think
is? Because
that-
it sounds like
yeah,
alcohol.
I think that they just need a lot of help, and I don't think the pressure of wondering if they have a job or not right now in the media is going to help. So just I hope they get the help they need. I hope all of the victims are good and stuff because they threw a chair at somebody, which is fucking wild. And because they're a good Flash. I
agree.
I'm biased. I don't know. All of the movies on the DC slate got pushed back, so who the fuck knows what's coming out, what's going to change. So there's no sense in theorizing over
Well,
what the fuck DC's doing because it's a wild west over there.
the Flash is is done filming, right?
For now, I would
Okay.
assume that there's going to be a ton of reshoots. We know what
We know how
happened the
that.
last
Yeah, I was gonna
time.
say we know what happens when that happens.
Man, God, 2017 Justice League was wild.
So
Oh man,
our last story. I put this in here for you, Scott. Is Fantastic Beasts done? The Secrets of Dumbledore opened to a franchise low of $43 million in the U.S. The first film brought in $74 million. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald earned 62 million, and now the third entry has brought down to 43 million. What was the name of this? The Secrets of Dumbledore? Yeah, more
Secrets
like
of
The
Dumbledore.
Secrets of Dumbledore. Am I right?
I heard it was very good from a
Really?
few people. I just didn't see it yet.
Oh, I've
And
heard nothing
you know
good
how
about it.
I've had some friends see it who are Potter fans, and they said that it was great. I do want to see it, but um, I think the public perception of this franchise has gotten dinged a little bit,
Okay, because of
especially because
J.K.
of
Rowling.
J.K. Rowling. And these movies just don't capture the same like lightning in a bottle. Pardon the pun, because of the scar, lightning in a bottle. You get it. Um, that the original franchise did. They're just kind of there. Like I liked the first one. The second one was cool, but I've never been like really super jazzed about it.
So it says
It's like
here the Fantastic Beasts saga was meant to last for 5 films, but Warner Brothers is allegedly waiting to see how this latest film performs before moving forward with a script for a potential fourth film. And with this $43 million opening, I can't imagine that they would move
what the
forward with the
fuck
fourth film.
does WB fumble the bag so many fucking times? It is embarrassing. Boom, they had a boom with Lord of the Rings, dropped it with The Hobbit. They had a boom with the Dark Knight trilogy. The say what you will, but Man of Steel and BVS sold, and then Aquaman shot up, and then everything went down. And they fuck up Harry Potter. Like they have three gigantic franchises, and they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Three out of three.
It
Like
kind of
whoever's up in the ivory tower, or who's up at the top of the water tower at WB needs to be fucking fired. Like, if I was the guy who bought that, I came in big dick CEO swinging, I would just be like, whoop. I would keep one person there be like, who's the one with a brain in their head? Keep them so the transfer goes smooth, and then kick them out too.
yeah.
I mean, Dev, I wouldn't use Sonic as the litmus test because Sonic beat another big movie when the first one beat a big
Is Sonic
opening too. I think
WB?
no, Sonic is Paramount,
Okay.
but Sonic beat um the Fantastic Beasts, but the first one also beat a big movie too. I think that Sonic is like low key like the next big franchise. I think it's just gonna spin off a whole bunch of different
Pun
movies
intended.
up to hey, but yeah, I don't know if it'll be done. 43 million isn't 70 million, but it isn't.
Or 60 million.
Yeah, but like it is. It's also a pandemic era too, so a lot of studios kind of have an
That's
out.
an excuse.
It is, but I mean, a lot of movies got dinged in the pandemic era. I'm wondering how quick this comes on to HBO Max.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, which is like the Game Pass
It's
for
next week.
movies. Like if it doesn't do well, it's just like put it on HBO Max to see if we
Yeah.
get some subscribers out of it, you know. But I mean, I plan on seeing it. I still need to see Sonic, and I still need to see this, and I need to see The Northman, which I'm gonna go see next weekend over all of the other two, because I need something that is not Miles. I need something that's not like fucking superheroes or nerd culture shit.
I get you.
For a minute, I need a little palate cleanser. I haven't seen him. Actually, I lied. The last movie I saw was X, that A24 horror movie.
Don't know. I have no
It's
idea
got
what that is.
A group of people went and go film the porno, and like some
Okay.
dudes fucking like Airbnb, but it's in the 70s, so whatever the 70s version of an Airbnb is.
A B&B.
And
A
like,
bread and breakfast.
yeah.
Bed and breakfast.
And the old lady is like a murderer. And it's just
Okay.
very weird. It's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre if Leatherface was an old sex-starved woman.
I have a one of the. It was either a birthday or Christmas present. My birthday is 2 days before Christmas, so I can't remember. But Alexa gave me a 100 essential films scratch off poster. So we've been going through that, but we haven't
Oh,
watched
that's
one in a
cool.
bit. I kind of have an idea of what I want to watch next. I want to watch America. I'm looking at it right now. I really want to watch American Graffiti next, which is George Lucas's first movie. It's like it takes place in the early 60s with like muscle cars, and it's just about a bunch of teens just driving around in their muscle cars. And I honestly think it might be George Lucas's best movie. It's like a coming of age movie. Harrison Ford's in it. He's super young. But I haven't seen it
No
in a while.
lightsabers or
So
lasers, just muscle cars.
yeah, just muscle cars. All right. So with that, I think we can get into the topics of the show. We have a few different mailbag questions here that I'm going to read. If there's anyone in the chat that wants to participate afterwards, we can take some other questions as long as we're not running too late. But our first
Holy shit, I
question.
have 7 viewers. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. If you're new here, I appreciate you sticking around.
Our first
Let's ramble a bit.
question comes from Chris P. Bacon, who wrote
Real
into
person,
us
by the way.
saying, with all the different weapon choices in Elden Ring, it got me thinking about what my favorite weapon in any video game is. I've always been a fan of the Chains of Olympus and God of War. I was wondering what your favorite weapons are. Scott, we'll start with you. What is your favorite weapon in a video game? It's a loaded question.
Nice, because it being
Get it? Because it's a weapon.
and whatnot. I'm gonna go a little outside the box. I'm gonna say the portal gun.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, because that game fucking rocks, and that game is not that game without the gun.
It's true.
So I think my favorite video game weapon is the portal gun.
All right.
Which we should do a Portal 2 playthrough. A little tongue twister because it's co-op.
I've never played Portal 2 co-op because I never had anyone to play it with.
What?
Yeah.
We're doing that.
I have
we
it.
are doing that.
I have it, and I love
also...
like Portal and Half-Life are like I consider them the same because they have the same canon. So I consider them like one of my favorite franchises. I fucking love Portal and Portal 2, but I've never had someone to play it with. So yeah, I've never played Portal 2.
Also, we should do It Takes Two. Is on Game Pass.
I would play that. I started it with Alexa, and then we just never picked it back up again. But I was
that
having
is
fun
one
with
of
it.
my favorite games of all time. It is so goddamn good and clever, and another game that I would be glad to play through again. It's about relationship advice, so we can make it more of a bromance.
We could do that. Yeah, lots of content we're making here or planning here on Cool Nerd Show, episode 12.
Hey, Dev, don't jump down my throat. I just said one answer. Dev was like, Mega Buster, how could you? So my second answer is the Mega Buster from Mega Man, which was gonna be my second answer, and I have no peer pressure from anybody in my chat. Wait, Katie said, "How could you?" Why'd you say, "How could you"?
Maybe because you beat It Takes Two.
No, because we were playing Portal together. I'll still play Portal with you. I'll just stream it with Steve.
Hey, that works. I don't want to, you know.
Don't worry, I could yell at him.
Give you guys any relationship issues here. I don't know what my favorite weapon is, but a bunch are coming to mind. The ones, honestly, all right. A bunch of weapons from Postal 2 came to mind because they're so offensive and ridiculous. I don't know if anyone knows what Postal 2 is, but it was a game that would never get made today. And one of the weapons you could get was a giant dead horse head or giant dead cow's head filled with anthrax, and you just throw it at people and then they'd throw up. You could also get a full tank of gasoline and douse people in it and then light them on fire and then pee on them to put them out.
Speaking of pee, what about the piss snowball from South Park?
Oh, that's
on N64.
Good one too. Because when you pee on the snowball, it gives it extra damage.
Yeah, and I remember you unlock it on the level where the turkeys attack you, so you could throw pee snowballs at the turkeys.
You also got
it's a weird
Terrence and Phillip dolls that would explode with farts when you threw them at people.
Also, another great weapon.
Um,
hey, Katie subscribed, even though she got mad at me. I appreciate it.
But I think just out of sheer ridiculousness, the giant dead cow's head filled with anthrax might be my favorite weapon ever because it's just so fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
I
I
also love the
can't
gravity
argue.
gun from Half-Life 2.
Yeah, which was the inspiration for the portal gun.
It
I'm
was.
assuming.
And like, oh, that game's so good because you could just pick up anything. You could walk into a room in Half-Life and literally anything that was around, you just pick it up and now it's a weapon because it was just the gravity gun would pick it up and then just launch it at people.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the energy sword from Halo.
The energy sword
That's
is a great weapon from Halo, especially in multiplayer. It's like
yeah,
insta kill.
it's like super fucking iconic.
But I'm probably gonna go to the gravity gun. So we're both going with Valve weapons here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, question number 2. We have 4 questions total, so 2 down, halfway there. Hey guys, have you noticed that games appear to be adding celebrity appearances more and more? I want to know what your favorite gaming celebrity appearances are and which future game could benefit from adding them. This one comes from Mike Hawk.
Also another real person. Does Chris Judge count as a celebrity appearance? Because he played Kratos, and he was also in like Stargate Atlantis.
I get. I mean, he
Does
does
that
a
count?
good Kratos, but
I mean, if we're going straight celebrity, like I gotta go Johnny Silverhand and Keanu Reeves
okay.
as my favorite. Then
Real quick, just to tread back, Mech MD says shout out to the pencil gun from GoldenEye and the cerebral bore from Turok 2. I don't remember the pencil
what
gun.
about the golden gun? No,
The golden gun, yeah, I remember that. Man, greatest celebrity appearance in games. This is a tough one because I can't. Like, I'm seeing people.
Got one.
You got one?
Oh, Kevin said Remy Malik and Until Dawn. That's a good one. Actually, all of those like type of games have a bunch of celebrities in them. But Snoop Dogg from True Crime Streets of LA 2.
He was in True Crime Streets of LA.
He
too.
was. And he was playable.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot about that.
Bullet time in your way through fucking Los Angeles is Snoop Dogg.
I'm like completely drawing a blank. For some reason, I can't think of any celebrities in games.
Snoop Dogg is in like 4 Call of Duties as well.
Oh,
apparently.
you know what? Fred Durst was in SmackDown. One of the SmackDowns. Oh man, we're keeping it in the Postal. Gary Coleman in Postal 2.
Oh shit! Wow.
Says
well, I did not think we
MD.
were going to talk about Postal for both questions.
I didn't think I'd
but
ever talk about Postal again.
I played that for the first time at your house.
That is a possibility. It was PC only.
Yep.
Yeah. That game's fucking ridiculous. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, maybe Gary Coleman in Postal 2, just because that is also equally
George
ridiculous.
Romero, Call of the Dead, Black Ops 1 zombie boss. Kevin says.
Is that really
so?
him,
Yeah, I
though?
guess.
Like, or
Man,
is
they
that
really
just, like, his likeness?
celebrified up the Call of Duty games, huh? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, well, wasn't what's his face? He's blacklisted now. Was in one. Kevin
Kevin
Spacey. Yeah.
Dave Bautista was in Gears of War.
That's true.
So was the New Day.
Yeah. Wrestlers are
More
all in the
wrestlers
wrestling.
and
just
non-wrestling
every wrestler.
games,
The
yeah.
Rock in WWE 2K22. No.
The Rock and the Scorpion King.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm just like drawing a blank, but I can't really think of
What celebrity would add?
not
to?
only what celebrity, but like, yeah, I can't think of any that stand out for me because I
like
feel
a Fallout. Like I think like a game that big could easily benefit from a celebrity. Like who would you associate with like a post-apocalyptic? Like Charlize Theron in Fallout because she was
Dave
like
Bautista.
Furiosa. Dave Bautista and everything. Burt Reynolds, Saints Row 3. Burt Reynolds was in Saints Row 3. Kevin, you tell me that.
It did come out a while ago when he was still alive,
Oh,
so that is possible.
Liam Neeson plays your dad in Fallout 3.
I did know
So,
that
there you go.
actually.
There you go.
Chow
So
Yun
you can,
Fat and
yeah.
Stranglehold. I've
Oh
never played
damn.
Stranglehold. I've
Oh
never played
damn.
Stranglehold.
I've heard of it. Jackie Chan from the Jackie Chan Adventures game on Game Boy Advance. Boom. I'm pretty sure
Uh,
that's what that was from.
I don't know if that's actually him.
Shaq and Shaq Fu. Damn, there's some heat in the chat. I can't believe we didn't think of that.
How
Shaq in any new game. How about that?
about just Shaq in
Shaq and
general?
Shaq and Starfield. I want to see Shaq and Starfield.
I mean, he could lend his voice, and his voice is pretty good. Like he's got that,
But no, I'm talking about likeness
I
and
mean,
stuff.
yeah, why not? Fuck it.
There was a rumor that Tom Cruise was going to be in Starfield because, like, of some Twitter interactions and the fact that he was in Oblivion, which was very much like Starfield. Which,
That
I
would
mean,
be. I mean, I don't really like Tom Cruise, but why not?
I'm surprised The Rock
Oh,
hasn't been in more video games.
okay, yeah. I get two. Well, one MechMD just said Ray Liotta did the voice for Tommy Vercetti
Tommy
in
Vercetti,
in
yeah,
Vice City. Yeah,
and he kind of looked like him a little
that's
bit.
probably my favorite. I think that was great.
Yeah.
Fucking Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's no
Classic.
Mike Tyson's punch out without Mike Tyson himself.
Hold on, I'm looking at a few here now. Steve Carell
Trying to
was in
think of
Outlaw Golf.
Tiger Woods was also in Tiger Woods PGA Golf
Well, yeah, of course he
2007.
was. Gary Coleman Postal too. We said that. Fred Durst and Abraham Lincoln in Fight Club.
Huh?
There was a Fight Club video game. I don't remember this at all.
And Fred Durst was in it?
And apparently Abraham Lincoln.
Well, I mean, I don't think it was really Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, fucking! How about everyone in Brutal Legend?
Oh yeah.
Brutal Legend had Ozzy Osbourne, Lemmy, Rob Halford, like a bunch of other fucking. Jack Black.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jack Black.
Fucking yeah, that game's incredible. That game's so fucking good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like new releases coming out that would benefit
Brutal
from
Legend 2.
a celebrity.
I would love.
Every member of
would love to see
Imagine
Brutal-
Dragons in Brutal Legend 2.
Oh God, no.
That's just for you.
I want to play that game again. It's been so long since I played it, but that game is fucking great. We need more Jack Black in games, in like a comedy game. I feel like
No, I
50
need him
Cent
in a
did have his own
violent-
video game.
Oh, Bulletproof,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And all of the rappers in Def Jam Vendetta, which I'm so surprised that they haven't done that.
That's
again.
true. Yeah, Def Jam Vendetta.
You have. It's just so I want to beat up Machine Gun Kelly. So
Well, you'll get
give
to
me-
in WWE 2K22.
Yeah, yeah. But like, I want to beat him up again.
So
So,
for my answer for which future game could benefit from adding one, I don't know if benefit is the right word, but I would like to see more games just start having like, which I guess they are. Yeah, MechMD says Norman Reedus and Death Stranding. Like, you're starting to see more games just have like bigger name or like B-listers, movie actors like
Yeah.
show up, and I think why not like just add more actual movie actors. But from
Yeah.
what we're getting now from like voice actors is still pretty good. So I don't know. Isn't Vin,
Yeah, I'm
Vin
just trying to
Diesel's
think of
in
the
like
next
Arc
person-
2 or something like that?
yeah. I'm trying to think of the next like big name that would probably cross over and like really sell a game. Like I'm trying to think. Like The Rock
like the
is
next
the only
Keanu.
one. Yeah, The Rock is the only one I think that could come out and be like star power. Like I'm in the game, but then like The Rock is also. Oh, he's in Fortnite. Never mind. He's like the
is
fucking-
his voice. Everyone's in Fortnite. Fortnite doesn't count.
No, he's like he plays a character in Fortnite.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So I don't know, maybe not The Rock. John Cena, another wrestler. I mean, he's like the next crossover star. I think he's
That's
been in
true.
enough shit. They make a Peacemaker game. Ugh.
Peacemaker
Oh,
the
and
game.
one of the games that are coming out already has a celebrity in it. Samoa Joe plays King Shark in
Oh,
Suicide
really?
Squad Kills Justice League.
Oh, nice.
So that's my answer.
Okay. Yeah, Vin Diesel was in the Riddick games too.
Yeah. And yeah, Dev, you're right. Vin
He
Diesel's in Arc too.
owns the studio that made them. I didn't know that.
That's kind of
Has
isn't that
that
like
studio
nepotism?
ever done anything since then? I'm not
The
sure.
one that did.
That did
Oh,
the Riddick
the Riddick
games.
games.
Yeah.
I mean, Escape from Butcher Bay was a great game, which might lead into the next
Oh,
question.
one more. Now we're just naming famous people in games. MechMD said, "Oh, one more." I'm waiting for him to reply, him or her. But we'll just wait. I don't know. We'll move on to question 3. Paige Turner writes in, "Good evening, Cool Nerd Show. When I was younger, I remember almost every blockbuster movie or superhero movie had a video game tie-in. Most of them weren't very good, but occasionally there was a diamond in the rough. What are some of your favorite video game tie-ins to movies?"
Like I just said, Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from
Yeah,
Butcher
there
Bay.
you go, Chronicles. That's the perfect segue into that.
Kevin, Spider-Man 2, easy.
That was my
But
answer. My answer is Spider-Man 2. That game's great.
sleeper pick, even better, the X-Men Origins game.
I've never played it, but I heard it's really good.
It is so violent. It is so much fun. It's just like you go around and you get to anything you could do as Wolverine, you just fucking do it. And the damage, like when you take damage, your fucking skin starts to fall off and you can see the adamantium skeleton underneath.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Also, remember the Punisher game?
I do remember the Punisher game, but that wasn't a tie-in to the movie, I don't think.
It wasn't?
I don't think so. I think it was just a Punisher game.
Oh, I thought it was tied into the Thomas Jane one.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I could be
Kevin
wrong.
says Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, also another fire game.
I mean, I've never played any of the Harry Potter games because I'm not really a Harry Potter fan, so I wouldn't know, but I believe you.
Here's hoping that Hogwarts Legacy launches in October.
My answer would definitely be Spider-Man 2 because that set up the basis for, I don't know, every Spider-Man game after that.
GoldenEye, Kev. How do we not think of that? Thanks, Kev.
GoldenEye is a good one too.
Mad Max. I don't know if that tied in with the movie, Dev. I think it was supposed to, but then it got delayed. So I guess that still counts.
Yeah.
Oh
Mad Max
yeah,
is good too.
the Lord of the Rings game, the one that's like Battlefield. Did you ever play that one? Oh, not Battlefield, Battlefront. It's like a Lord of the Rings, Star Wars Battlefront.
I've never even known this existed. There's another
Lord of the Rings Conquest. Where
Okay.
you play long enough and then you could pick one of the main guys. Like you could be Gandalf or Frodo or
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah. And then you could play the story mode and then if you play the bad guy or you pick the bad decisions, the last level you play as Sauron in the Shire and you're destroying the Shire. You play the vision of what happens if Frodo doesn't succeed.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
And you're just fucking thwomping hobbits. And then you kill Gandalf at the end.
Is it a tie-in to the game, or did they just decide to? Is it like Battlefront, where they just kind of decided?
I think it might have.
Make...
Although no, they did have tie-ins for each movie though, and the Two Towers one was really good.
Well, I remember for years, and this is going back to the 80s. There would be blockbuster movies, and they would have a tie-in game with it, and
Home Improvement had
up until the last I guess 10 years ago.
I remember Thor had one.
So did Captain America, and so did Iron Man, and they were all bad. Batman Begins had one too, and that was pretty terrible.
Ultimate Destruction was for the 2003 Hulk, or it came out the same time.
I don't think it was a tie-in. I think they just released it at the same time. I don't think it had anything to do with the movie though.
I mean, I think that lightly counts.
Enter the Matrix game.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
Where you played as Jada.
MechMD, thank you.
Smack people around.
Yeah. But yeah, remember The Lion King and Aladdin and all
Aladdin's
those
great. Aladdin,
I
changed my
tie-ins.
I love that game. The MIDI version of Friend Like Me. I could never beat the third level because I was a kid. I don't think Lego Star Wars counts as a movie tie-in, Kev.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, the Obi-Wan game does for the original Xbox.
Okay.
It's got it. The Obi-Wan game for the original Xbox was great.
We yeah, we mentioned GoldenEye, Pete. That's probably definitely one of the better ones, I think. My
I mean,
number
it's
one is still
iconic.
Spider-Man 2. I mean, GoldenEye would make my top 5, I think.
Yeah. Next tier list topic.
You
I
smack
smell
people
it.
around like as Jada. History has come full circle, says McMT.
Somebody caught that. Okay, I thought I might have slid that one under the radar.
That would make a good tier list topic, actually.
I smell a tier list coming.
Top movie tie-in video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe tune in next week.
Last question. This last one is from Joe King. What is a game that you played and hated at first, but wound up giving it a second chance and loved it after returning to it?
Ooh, I don't know. The only one that comes to mind is Fallout 3. Because I played it and I got into the open world and I got my shit kicked in by a Deathclaw. And I was like very new to the open world RPG genre. And I was like, this sucks. And I didn't play it. And then like 6 months later, I turned it on and I put like 70 hours into it in like a very short amount of time.
Fallout 3 is possibly the best Fallout. I never played New Vegas, but people say
It's on
New
Game
Vegas is
Pass. I
better.
was debating on downloading it again and playing it.
I
Because I'm
love.
just like, I'm in that lull where I'm like, I need a fucking game to play. And it's just nothing. It's like that desert wasteland of game release time.
I love that. What is it? Megaton is the town that like worships the nuke,
And
and you can
the
detonate
nuke,
it and
you could
blow up
blow
the
it
town
up.
if you want. Yeah, that was.
But when
I always loved
Bethesda
that story.
when Bethesda's good, man, it is very good. That's why I'm super excited about Starfield. I think they got their head out of their ass with this one. I'm very hopeful. But
So
like, yeah, but Bethesda's old school Bethesda, man. They knew how to do it. They were really good.
Um, a game that I played, I don't know if I hated it at first, but it definitely took me a while to get into it. And once I got going, I fucking loved it. The one, I know there's more than one, but the one that comes to mind for me is Red Dead Redemption 2. Uh,
I heard that, and I'm very much in the camp of I didn't like it when I played it. So maybe should I give it
it
another chance?
it is very, very, very slow. And
Oh
like
shit, Jeff yelled at me. Jeff yelled yes. Okay, so maybe that'll be my new game, Jeff. I'll stream that and we can cowboy or something. Oh, it has an online mode, right?
it
I heard
does.
it's
I
pretty
didn't play the online mode, but
yeah, I heard they for kind of like bailed on it though.
you should like
I guess not.
the only thing is you're gonna have to play like a good 5 or so hours, if not more, before it really like kicks in.
Kicks it. Yeah, I
Like
remember I got to the point where it was like I figured out you can only one-way fast travel. And I was like, fuck this. And then I caught this like cool white horse in the beginning area that was like rare. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And then it got hit by a fucking train because I left it on the tracks while I went and did a mission. And I was just defeated. I
well,
was like, I don't have a horse. I can't get back to my camp. Fuck this.
it's also cool because it does that Elden Ring thing where like all the side quests they don't pop up on your map. You just kind of like stumble
just
upon
kinda,
them
yeah.
and then it's like here. And
Yeah.
the story gets really good at the end.
I saw a bunch of shit on TikTok, a bunch of people like shooting up
Oh yeah, you could
plantations worth of Nazis.
yeah, you could like
And
fuck
I'm like,
people
I
up.
want to
It's great.
do that. How long do I have to play before I get to go into like New Orleans and kill fucking Nazis? I was gonna say zombies, but I meant Nazis.
Yeah, that game's really good. I remember it took me a while. I think I might have stepped away a little bit because I wasn't feeling it, and then eventually I was like, no, I should just keep playing. And then I pushed through, and it was like, oh no, this game is actually incredible.
Jeff said there are vague chore simulators in it, but the meat and spuds are fantastic. No joke, shed tears at the end.
Yeah, I did
So,
too. I did too.
okay.
It's definitely a tearjerker at the end.
Damn. Okay,
And
maybe I'll have
the
to
epilogue,
revisit it.
the epilogue, a lot of people didn't like the epilogue, but there is a part in the epilogue that I think is just hilarious. I won't ruin it for you, but like as it's happening, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. So
I
yeah,
remember the epilogue from Red Dead Redemption where you play as his son, and anytime you would skin an animal, he would go into the animation and he'd be like, just like you taught me, Pa. And that's the thing I remember most about the first game. And it wasn't like he said it every couple of times.
He said it
Every
every time.
fucking time you skinned something, just like you taught me, Pa.
MechMD said the first Witcher game for me. He said the story is worth the
Ooh.
playthrough, but the gameplay is rough compared to the
Eh,
second and third.
Ga- yeah, game. That's what I had a problem with that going from 3 to 2, where I was like, I started it and stopped it, and then started it again, and it was really good. Like if you just throw them on easy, just so things like the game doesn't trip you up in itself, you could just kind of like blow through stuff and enjoy the story. Then yeah, 2 is definitely worth playing.
I heard
And
2 is good. I haven't heard
yeah,
much about 1. I have the trilogy.
1 is very much
I'll play it
of the
eventually.
time, but
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna have to revisit those because there's not gonna be another one for like another 6 years. So I got to do something Witcher related. But I need you to play 3.
I know.
Oh
I
my
know.
god, I
It's in
need
my
you to play
backlog. One
3.
one day I'll get to it. One
Yeah,
day. One day.
I will watch every second of that stream.
I was gonna say we could
I'll
open it up to the chat if the chat has any questions.
you got any good nerd related stuff?
Otherwise,
Yeah, we
I
hit
think,
the
I think
hour.
that's it. Yeah, we hit the hour. I'm trying to think if there's another game that I played and hated and then went back to it and loved it. And
But yeah, that's very specific. Red Dead is I hate it. I never went back to it, but
I still don't even think I would put it in hate. I was just like I was struggling with it.
it was very slow in the
It's
beginning.
extremely slow in the beginning. Yeah. So, yeah, I got nothing over here.
I think World of Warcraft fell into that category for me.
Yeah.
I played it, and it was the first MMO I really played, so I didn't get it. And then every one of my friends started playing it, and then I spent the majority of my formative years playing that game.
The power of friendship. All right.
Jeff says, "What can we do to get you to play Red Dead 2 and Steve to play Witcher 3?" I will play Red Dead 2 based on the both of you's recommendation. So I think that's going to be my next game because I needed a new game.
Just push
a
through,
game that
Scott.
introduced you to video games. Kevin says. What introduced? He said his was Twisted Metal.
I have 2. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Go for it. I've been going first.
Well, 1 was definitely. All right, three come to mind. I can't remember because I was very young, but Mario 3 and Mario 1. Like I can't remember which one I played first, but I remember like seeing them, and that was like the game, and that was what I kind of got into. And then my first console was the Super Nintendo, and that came with Super Mario World, and I also got what was it? Turtles in Time. Yeah.
Oh,
So those were my
that's a good
2
one.
first games that I owned, and then the game that blew my mind was Mortal Kombat. Like that, I remember seeing Mortal Kombat 1 on Sega Genesis, and in the arcade, it was in the arcades too. And I mean, now I'm like look, there's a fucking Mortal Kombat arcade machine behind me. So yeah, that game.
Look what I did with my adult money.
Exactly. That game, just like the ultra violence at that time, really brought me into video games. But I'd say the first game that actually introduced me was like just the Mario franchise: Mario 1, Mario 3, and Super Mario World.
I would say so. Like my first console was the Sega Genesis, and I was always a gamer. I was always interested in games, but I didn't think I considered myself quote unquote a gamer until a little later in life. The first game I remember playing was Sonic 2. And then there was a bunch of Sega games that were very similar to each other that my brother and I would play. We would play like Toe Jam and Earl. We would rent from Hometown Video. We would play Zombies Ate My Neighbors. We would play Golden Axe and Streets of Rage, like those types of games.
You were very much a Sega Genesis person.
I was a Sega kid. Look, it's like the DC of consoles. As said, he has is the Marvel. But I remember the game that really clicked was that turned me into like a gamer was either Pokemon Red or Resident Evil one on the PlayStation because I remember my first vivid gaming memory because I remember playing Sonic and I remember playing the games, but like my first like burned into my brain gaming memory. Um, oh no, I did have Pokemon Blue. Sorry, Jeff. It was Pokemon Blue. I was a Pokemon Blue boy myself. Blastoise for life. But in Resident Evil, when you see the first zombie and he turns around, I remember I was playing on the corner of my parents' bed on this gray TV with bunny ears, and like the power button was the one you pull out. You had to click it over to 3. It's like this old fucking TV, and the zombie turn around. I freaked the fuck out. I threw the controller at the TV. I like back rolled over the bed and I sprinted out of the room. And that's like the biggest video game memory. So I think that's the one that just like ignited the spark of like, holy shit, games could do this.
Yeah.
It's not just like beep boops like across the screen and stuff. It's just like
Resident Evil
it could evoke like emotion out of you.
1 and 2 had that, like, I got that feeling from they were just super fucking scary.
Oh, Kevin had a good one.
I got one too.
Best game. Oh, you're still on this one?
Well, no, I was gonna
Go for it.
Mecha MD wrote in with games that have iconic music, and for me, it's probably Zelda. The Zelda, all the songs in Zelda, like they always repeat with every game, and they're just so good. Sometimes I listen to the Zelda music, like Zelda soundtrack, just to like relax.
Iconic. The one that sticks into my head is Pokemon.
Okay.
Because we played it so much. Kevin's right. Halo. Halo's got great music. The game that I listen to the soundtrack of the most is Witcher 3.
Okay.
It is like the composer in that game. Same. He did the same for Cyberpunk. He's so fucking underrated. The music in that game is just it's art at its fucking highest form. There's like the combat music gets you hyped. The emotional music can bring like when I have a panic attack, I will put on. It's called the Fields of Ard Skellig. It is the music that plays through Skellige, the whole area, which is like this Norse area, snow-capped mountains. But the music, it like fucking hits my soul and calms me down. It's like the Shire music of video games for me. It's just like so goddamn iconic, and it's like I have it on my Spotify and I listen to it all the time just to like, you know, cool off.
Yeah, chill out.
Kevin had another great question. Well, he also said the Spider-Man 2 strictly for the pizza delivery levels for the music.
Okay.
Which is something that is not front of brain in my
yeah,
memory.
I'm trying to think about that and I don't remember that.
But he also said the best video game with a non-typical controller, i.e. Guitar Hero, DDR, Donkey Kong, bongos, plug-and-play shooters.
Ooh.
Does the special edition Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller count for GameCube?
I mean, it's still a GameCube controller, though.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Tony Hawk soundtrack too, he said, which is great.
I would probably say... I mean,
Mech Assault from the original Xbox.
I've never played it. Like, has anyone ever played that game?
No, I haven't played it, but I played with the controller in Salem. They have this like old school video game store.
You're talking about the one that has the whole like tabletop.
It might not have been Mech Assault.
Right?
Yeah, it was Mech something. I don't know if it was Mech Assault.
Okay, for people who don't know, this game, I forget what it was too. It was Mech something. Because I used to work at GameStop when I was like 18, and we had one, and I never played it, but it was like this huge, like 3-piece tabletop
Steel Battalion.
thing. That's what it is, Steel Battalion. And you had like all this shit that you had to do, and no one bought it because it was like $300 or something. It was something absolutely ridiculous.
If you want to see it?
All right, hold on. I'm going to the reaction screen.
I played with it. They have the fucking flip button, like the red button underneath the plastic bit and shit. Like this is a
Was it
dope
good?
Controller.
You're the only person I've ever talked to that's actually played with this thing.
I did. Yeah, it felt very good, but like I played with it for a limited time, and it was kind of maybe like a childhood giddiness because I wanted this so bad and I could never get it because my mom wouldn't buy it for me. But like that I was like clicking the buttons and shit. And I was like, oh, this is great, but it's this fucking thing for one game.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Sorry, I'm going back to face
Me
cam, but
too.
yeah, that's my favorite controller.
It,
Kevin also said he never tried it, but the Tony Hawk Ride skateboard controller. I would fall on my fat ass if I did that.
for me, it's probably just Guitar Hero. I mean, I fucking loved Guitar Hero for the like 2 years that was relevant. That and like Rock Band.
What about the VR Boy or whatever? Does that count?
Virtual. Well, I've never played one.
Yeah, it's just like it's seared red hot.
It looks like
8-bit.
It looks like in Star Wars when they're in the like Rogue Squadron. Like that's
Yeah.
what Virtual Boy looks like.
What about the Power Glove?
I've never used the Power Glove.
It's just an NES controller on your wrist and vague motion controls with your hands.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've never used it. Like I've seen it. I know what it is, but I can't say that that's the best because I've never played with it.
It's iconic.
It is iconic.
Duck Hunt.
The Duck Hunt controller was the original non-controller controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wii
or
Fit
like the
board.
The ColecoVision that just looked like a calculator. Well, all of the Wii games had like those gimmick controllers you could snap the Wiimote into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Mario Kart wheel.
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit. There was like a bow and arrow for the archery thing. I think there might have been a bowling ball, like just gimmicked out the ass, but it worked because suburban people bought it.
It's
They were
true.
like fucking Christmas. There was a bunch of just plastic housing.
You know why it worked because Nintendo would like put like an extra $10 on top of the game and be like, buy it for $10 more and you get the whatever controller. Like that's why it worked because like the Mario Kart, I think it like came with the wheel. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll pay $10 to get the wheel. Why not?
And then you really underestimate how much your shoulders fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Trying to Rainbow Road, just like your shoulders just extended in the lateral position. You're just like, oh no, this is totally fine.
And then
just come out of playing Mario Kart Super Chad. You look like Bobby fucking Lashley. You're just like, oh yeah, I won the Flower Cup.
I feel like that gimmick's over though because the most recent Nintendo things that they've come out with, which is like I don't even that's like that new workout wheel that they have and the cardboard thing. I feel like neither of those have taken off.
Did you see the guy who was playing Elden Ring with it?
No.
Yeah, he played Elden Ring with the exercise wheel.
Oh God.
Where you have to like actually run to move. And like he does it to lose weight. I forgot what else he was playing with the bike too.
The super ultra rare was it called Stadium Sports or something like that for the original Nintendo? It was a mat.
Oh, it was a mat.
That you plugged into
it was like a DDR thing with 2 buttons on it.
Yeah, and there's another good one, DDR. But there wasn't even buttons. It just recognized your footprints. My cousins had it.
It was like these pressure pads in the mat.
And you would have to you'd have to do like high jump and you'd like have to run in place. And then you'd have to jump and it would do like track your movement and jump on the screen. That was a wild one. I only played it one time at my cousin's house and it's probably worth a fucking shit ton of money and I highly doubt they still have it.
I'm wondering how many things we had growing up that are fucking worth a goddamn fortune. I'm pricing out my Pokemon cards as we speak. But I like everything, like all the goddamn Power Ranger toys we had and all the wrestling figures and stuff. We probably had some limited edition bullshit.
Oh, 100%.
Really know what we had. I remember I had like all these Power Ranger toys, and when I got too cool for them, me and my brother took them out in the backyard and we hit them with bats because we were shithead kids, and that was probably a fuck ton of money. I would be so mad if my kid did that.
One more. All right, I got one more obscure controller, and you're gonna remember this one: the microphone from Caution Seaman.
Oh shit! And Hey You Pikachu.
I never played Hey You Pikachu, but I did play
Same
Seaman.
thing. It's basically the same thing. A Caution Seaman. Leonard Nimoy as the fucking sea thing.
That's true.
Boom. That's the best celebrity appearance in a game. Leonard Nimoy as Seaman. An anthropomorphic fish.
Wait, but I
In
don't think
Caution Seaman.
did he play the Seaman? I thought he was just the narrator.
Oh, was he?
I think
Yeah,
so.
he might have been.
I think he was the
Shit.
narrator, and the
I heard.
Seaman was just something else. If
I
you don't
really
know
thought.
what Seaman is,
Hold
go,
on,
go
wait.
look
I
up
I will
Seaman
do
for
it.
Dreamcast, because that game was a fucking trip. It was
Yeah, you
just
wanna
this
see a
fish.
fucking trip. Why is the logo a sea? Oh wait, no, it's like a frog with a human head.
Yeah, but it never
going to
turns
the
into
reaction
that.
screen.
It's just a fish. Yep, there he is. And it came with this microphone, and then you could talk to him, and he would talk back to you.
Seaman creator hints a new Seaman is in the works.
Yeah, when was this?
This was 2017. Look at this miserable fucking thing.
There was apparently a Seaman 2 that released only in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like a special edition one.
But I don't I've
Don't
never
panic,
seen anything
Seaman
from
2.
it. Yeah. Yeah, there it is.
Seaman 2 plays much like the original Seaman, but instead of playing as an actual inhabitant, the player is much more of a god. The ability to alter environments to give living things to the island inhabitants. What the fuck? Hold on, wait. I didn't spell semen right. Ew.
Yeah, I think it's sold like not even
What the fuck
like
is
1,000 copies.
Ew. You could become like a human?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's
I'm
weird.
going away from this.
It's-
I'm closing. I'm
it's
going
weird.
back to my face cam. That is a nightmare.
Oh, so yeah. Seaman. I had Seaman on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
That's
a
why
good
yours
game,
broke.
but it is a game.
It is a game. I
It is a
remember I
game.
played it. And my mom was like, "Who are you talking to?" It's like the fish and like on the TV. How are we
Dreamcast,
normal?
underrated console.
Oh, it is the most underrated
Yeah,
console.
the best. Crazy Taxi. Here's the story I left out today. They're apparently remaking Crazy Taxi, and they're putting a lot of money into it. Yeah, I don't know if we need that.
Game, yeah, I don't think we need that. I think it's fine. We can go to our nearest multiplex cinema and just play it whenever we want. It's in
Taxi.
It is at every movie theater you can find. Just
Yeah.
go there and play it. You don't need to remake that.
Are they getting the Offspring back for the soundtrack? That's the only question I have.
Right? They just have to gather the Offspring like the Infinity Stones because they're not a band anymore. We need to make another Crazy Taxi.
Offspring, will you do it? Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
With that, I think we should end the show.
I think, yeah, because it's going to go off the rails if we don't.
Oh, Simpsons Road Rage should be remade. I agree. Anyway,
I think it is.
or Hit and Run.
Yeah, hit and run. That was
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. MechMD, thank you. Tomorrow we will continue our play.
my GM.
Yeah, my GM playthrough of WWE 2K22. So
We
be sure
book
to
up
check
to
back.
our, I think the pay-per-view is Payback.
We're
I'm
booking our
currently
second
winning.
month tomorrow.
Yeah.
Scott is ahead of me currently by a little bit. So we'll do that. And then probably on Saturday, I will be beating Arkham Asylum. I have like 2 or 3 more things to do, and I have to do all the Riddler missions. So anyway, thanks, everyone.
Yeah, keep an eye out. I might do Red Dead.
The sound of that.
And thank you for the follow, MechMD. We will see you guys later.
I'm over here at Thick Flare. I could appreciate the follow too. Thank you. Appreciate you, MechMD. See you later, y'all. Love you. Bye. Thanks for sticking around.